Unlocking Advanced AI Capabilities, a step-by-step guide to fine-tuning LLaMA on SageMaker. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Generative AI is transforming the technology landscape. And Amazon SageMaker's LLaMA, language learning and model adaptation, offers an unparalleled platform for fine-tuning large language models like LLaMA v2. This podcast will walk you through the steps of fine-tuning SageMaker's LLaMA, from initial setup to deploying and evaluating your model. Introduction to Fine-Tuning with SageMaker's LLaMA. Fine-tuning is adapting a pre-trained model to a specific task or domain. With SageMaker's LLaMA, this process becomes more accessible and scalable, allowing developers to leverage powerful models like LLaMA v2 for various applications, including text summarization, translation, and more. Exploring the exciting world of generative AI with SageMaker's LLaMA. Generative AI has opened new avenues for content creation, automation, and more. SageMaker's LLaMA allows you to dive into this world, offering tools and infrastructure to efficiently fine-tune and deploy generative models. Whether working on natural language processing, NLP, tasks, or exploring creative AI applications, SageMaker's LLaMA is your gateway to success. Getting started, prerequisites and setup. Before diving into fine-tuning, you'll need to set up your environment. Ensure you have an AWS account with appropriate permissions to access SageMaker. Additionally, you'll need a basic understanding of Python and familiarity with AWS services like S3. Setting the stage, what you need before starting. AWS account. Ensure you have an active AWS account with the necessary permissions to create and manage SageMaker resources. Python environment. Set up a Python environment with the necessary libraries like Boto 3 and SageMaker SDK. Data. Prepare your dataset, ensuring it's clean and well-structured for the task you want to fine-tune the model. Configuring the environment. With the prerequisites in place, you can configure your SageMaker environment. This includes setting up your AWS CLI, configuring your IAM roles, and initializing a SageMaker session. Importing libraries and initializing SageMaker session. Start by importing the required libraries and initializing your SageMaker session. Import SageMaker. From SageMaker import get_execution_role. Role equals get_execution_role session equals SageMaker.session. This code snippet sets up the environment to interact with SageMaker and other AWS services. Deploying the pre-trained model. SageMaker makes it easy to deploy pre-trained models. In this section, we'll focus on deploying the LLaMA v2 model. Launching the LLaMA 2 model on SageMaker. Deploy the pre-trained LLaMA v2 model on SageMaker by defining the model and creating an endpoint. From SageMaker.HuggingFace.model import Hugging Face model. HuggingFace_model equals Hugging Face model. Model_data equals s3://path to your model/model.tar.gs. Role equals role. Transformers_version equals 4.17. PyTorch_version equals 1.10. Pi_version equals Pi38. Predictor equals HuggingFace_model.deploy. Initial_instance_count equals 1. Instance_type equals ml.g4dn.extra-large. Interacting with the endpoint. With the model deployed, you can now interact with the endpoint. This step involves invoking the endpoint and performing initial tests to ensure everything works correctly. Invoking the endpoint and initial testing. Response equals predictor.predict. Inputs. This is a test input for the LLaMA model. Print response. This code sends a sample input to the deployed model and prints the output, allowing you to verify the model's performance. Preparing your dataset for fine-tuning. Fine-tuning requires a well-prepared dataset. For this guide, we'll use the Dolly dataset, ideal for summarization tasks. Selecting and formatting the Dolly dataset for training. Ensure the dataset is in a format compatible with the model. For text summarization, your dataset should include pairs of source text and corresponding summaries. Uploading and organizing data. Upload your dataset to an S3 bucket and organize it for easy access during training. S3_bucket equals your S3 bucket name. S3_ prefix fine-tuning data / session.upload_data path local path to dataset, bucket S3_ bucket, key_prefix S3_ prefix, training the model with SageMaker. With your data in place, you can fine-tune the LLaMA v2 model. Fine-tuning the LLaMA v2 model on summarization tasks. Configure the training job in SageMaker by specifying the training script, hyperparameters, and other settings. From SageMaker.HuggingFace import Hugging Face. Hyperparameters equals epochs 3. Train_batch_size 32. Model_name LLaMA v2. Task summarization. Hugging Face_estimator equals Hugging Face. Entry_point equals train.py. Source_dir equals src. Instance_type equals ml.p3.toSlarge. Role equals role. Hyperparameters equals hyperparameters. Hugging Face_estimator.fit train. ff3://s3_ s3_ prefix deploying the fine-tuned model. Once the model is fine-tuned, deploy it for inference. Making the fine-tuned model available for inference. Fine_tuned_predictor equals Hugging Face_estimator.deploy. Initial_instance_count equals 1. Instance_type equals ml.m5.extralarge. Evaluating model performance. Finally, evaluate the performance of your fine-tuned model by comparing it with the pre-trained model. Comparing results, pre-trained versus fine-tuned models. Run inference on both models using the same input and compare the outputs to gauge the effectiveness of your fine-tuning process. Conclusion: embracing the future of AI with SageMaker's LLaMA. SageMaker's LLaMA provides a robust platform for fine-tuning powerful language models like LLaMA v2. By following this guide, you've taken a significant step toward mastering generative AI and harnessing its potential for your projects. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.